Operations maps are valuable tools to prepare for and respond to wildfire. Maps can help you visualize elements of your wildfire plan, including priority areas for fuel reduction or sprinkler protection, evacuation routes, and water resources. This planning and preparation supports your ability to make quick decisions and take decisive action during a wildfire threat.
An operations map would benefit our farm and farms in general by taking a lot of the guesswork out, all of the guesswork out possibly. In the event of an emergency, you have a document that you're able to go to and flow through a checklist, making sure that you're not missing the steps that you need to take to protect your livestock, to protect your infrastructure.
The map can also help you to share key information with anyone aiding you during a wildfire emergency, including employees, family, neighbors, or emergency responders. In this video, we will explore the steps for both producing a base map and completing an operations map. The first step to making any operations map is obtaining a base layer map, as this is what you will use to mark your operations features on. The method we will show you requires some computer skills. Alternatively, options for acquiring a base layer map could also include contacting your local government office, using Google Earth, hiring a drone operator, or even drawing a basic layout of your farm. If you already know how to acquire a base layer map, or you are just interested in learning about completing an operations map, you can jump ahead in the video to the Completing an Operations Map section. Most regional districts have a GIS mapping tool where you can create this map. Although websites and mapping tools may vary, let's take a look at the mapping tool for the Regional District of Central Kootenay as an example. First, let's go to the website. A simple web search should bring up your regional district's website. Then find and select the mapping tool. For the RDCK, it's the option titled Maps in the side menu bar. Once on the Maps page, click on Secured Web Map. If you cannot find a mapping tool for your regional district, call their office to see if they have one. Once open, we can zoom in to where your operation is located until it fills most of the screen. Check the toolbar for the line drawing tool and outline your property. Keep an eye out for prompts that may appear to guide you in using these tools. These can be helpful. Then, to get a clearer display of your property's landscape, look in the Layers option menu to find and select Ortho Imagery to change the image from a white background to an aerial photo. Now, at the top of the Layers menu, make sure the Labels option is unchecked to clear the map of unneeded information. This will be your overview map and shows the main operation as a whole. Take a screenshot of this map. If you have trouble doing so, you can refer to your computer's help function to learn more. Now, zoom into the area of your operations where the main buildings and infrastructure are located and take another screenshot. If your operation is spread over multiple locations, you may want to complete this process for each property. Print off each of your base layer screenshots. If you do not have a printer, or your printer's quality is not very good or of an appropriate size, often local libraries, drugstores, or office supply stores offer printing services. Extra base maps can be used for a variety of aspects of wildfire planning, such as sprinkler setup maps that show water hookups and layouts of sprinkler systems, and for identifying priorities for fuel reduction around farm buildings and assets. The base map can also help you plan and lay out strategies for sheltering and evacuating livestock or valuable equipment. Now that you have your base layer maps, let's go over what it will look like to identify and communicate all of the unique features of your operations. You will need pens of different colors and types, such as ballpoints, felts, or highlighters to outline the many features. We also recommend using small round stickers and writing letters on them. For example, you can use G for gates or W for water connections. Let's begin with the main operations map. You can see a complete list of features in the guide. For now, we'll take this opportunity to explore some of the important features to include. Identify roads and access routes. These will help you plan and carry out evacuation and will be helpful to first responders who may arrive. Once the roads are on the map, you can highlight those that would be most suitable for safe access or evacuation routes. Show the locations of priority structures. Then mark the structures that are of highest priority for protection. It's helpful to number them from highest to lowest, with 1 being highest priority. Identify open water sources, such as ponds and streams that may be suitable for fire suppression or watering livestock. You can then identify water connection points suitable for use in fire suppression, such as standpipes, pumps, wells, etc. It could be helpful to include a separate document describing their capacity, pressure, source, what they should be used for, and how to operate them. For example, some water may be coming from a source not suitable for livestock, and some may not have enough pressure for fire suppression. Include hydro lines, locations of hazardous materials, gas lines, and other high-risk areas. It is wise to show these so the location of potential dangers are well understood, especially during a wildfire event. These can pose great risks to your family, employees, neighbors, and emergency response personnel. Mark livestock barns or paddocks and equipment storage. You can then mark safe, low ignition zones where you may be able to move animals and equipment to. For more information on low ignition zones, watch our wildfire mitigation for the farm and ranch video. Create a legend that includes an explanation for what each colored line, highlighted area, and coloring code on the stickers represent. Also include on the legend your name, contact information, and the property fire number. With your primary map completed, you can now begin work on any other maps you might find helpful to prepare your operations for wildfire. These could include the maps for sprinkler setup, mitigation planning, and more. Refer to the guide and workbook to find the full list of features and other maps that should be created. Once you've completed your maps, make multiple color photocopies of each map. You can share these with your employees, family, and neighbors and keep them for planning. If you're evacuated, place this map into a tube at the end of your driveway to help first responders.
The map is important. It helps us prioritize what needs to be protected, shows us where water supplies are, which is critical for us to be able to do the work that we're doing. And it saves a lot of time. In emergency situations, we need to be as quick as we can, so knowing the lay of the yard, the property, just makes it quicker for us to be as effective as possible.
With an operations map complete, you've achieved a very important element of wildfire preparedness. To learn more about what you can do and to download the complete guide and workbook, visit www.climateagriculturebc.ca/wildfire.